Walk through the corridors of your mind, and you will find a silent workshop. It is filled with the prototypes of who you almost became. There is the sketchbook you filled 5 pages of, the novel you wrote 2 chapters of, the sudden obsession with astrophysics that burned hot for a week and then vanished. Society looks at this clutter and gives you a label. They call you flaky. They call you a dabbler. They tell you that you lack grit. And late at night, you probably agree with them. You feel a very specific kind of shame. The shame of the person who cannot just pick a lane. But what if I told you that this workshop isn't a sign of failure? What if those abandoned projects weren't mistakes, but data points? You are not broken. You are simply operating on a different operating system than the rest of the world. You are not unfocused. You are unconsciously building a rare cognitive architecture known as the M-shaped mind. For the last 100 years, the world was designed for one type of person, the specialist, the I-shaped person. Like a concrete pillar, they dig one hole a mile deep. They learn one trade, hold one job, and retire. This works in a static world, a game where the rules never change, like chess. But look around you. We no longer live in a static world. We live in a chaotic one. Industries vanish overnight. AI writes code. The rules change daily. In a chaotic world, the specialist is fragile. When their one pillar cracks, the whole structure falls. This is why you feel that restlessness. That urge to jump from topic to topic isn't ADHD. It is an evolutionary survival instinct. Your brain knows that relying on one skill is dangerous, so it forces you to build redundancy. While the specialist relies on linear thinking, solving the same problems with the same tools, you are capable of something rarer: synthesis. This is the superpower of the M-shaped mind. You don't just solve the puzzle, you connect it to a different puzzle entirely. You take a concept from 12th century architecture and apply it to web design. You take the discipline of martial arts and apply it to raising your children. You are not just collecting hobbies, you are building a library of metaphors. The world sees a jack of all trades, master of none. But they always forget the full quote. The full quote is, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one." Your value is not in your depth. It is in your synthesis. You are the bridge between worlds that others cannot even see connect. But here is the danger. Just knowing you are M-shaped doesn't stop the burnout. The trap is trying to build all your pillars at once. If you try to learn a language, start a business, and write a book in the same month, you will collapse into a dash. A mile wide, an inch deep. The secret of the true polymath is serial mastery. You must view your life as a series of eras. Think of it like a historian looking back at a civilization. You don't have to be the musician and the coder at the exact same time. You enter the era of sound. You live there for a year. You immerse yourself. You master the pillar. Then the energy shifts, and you enter the era of structure. You are not abandoning the music. You are simply letting it rest. The true power of this mind is that nothing is ever truly closed. You circle back. You might return to that sketchbook in 3 years, but this time you will draw with the discipline you learned from coding. You are not one person trying to do everything at once. You are a soul with a rotating cast of passions, and they all get their turn in the light. Give yourself permission to obsess over one thing for 6 months. Go deep. Build that pillar. And when the fire fades, do not feel guilty. That is not quitting. That is just the changing of the tide. You have harvested what you needed from that era. Now you build the next one. So look at your workshop again. Those half-finished projects, they were not waste. They were semesters in a university you built for yourself. You are not lost. You are just gathering the pieces for a puzzle that no one else can solve. The future belongs to the connectors, the translators, the ones who can speak the language of the artist and the engineer. You were never meant to fit in a box. You were meant to build a world out of them. If you are ready to stop apologizing for your curiosity, welcome home.